Are you ready to stop the self-sabotage and create the life you desire? Well, in order for that to happen, you need to break free from the bad beliefs that are holding your success hostage. You need to optimize the stress by turning it into extra energy for success. And those hurtful habits? Well, we need to give that pain a purpose for progress. Welcome to Stop the Self-Sabotage and Create the Life You Desire podcast. Well, times they are a-changing, aren't they? We're all going into a place that we have never been before, and we're getting stressed because of it. It's interesting with stress. Stress either needs to be expressed or repressed. When we express it, we reveal who we really are at our healthiest, not just for ourselves, but for those around us. And when we repress it, that's when we look for dysfunctional coping mechanisms to try to dampen things down, give us a sense of relief just for a little bit, but in the long term, they actually wind up hurting us. If you're here with me today, it's because you're one of the leaders. You know that by your actions, others are going to be able to model you. And I want to be able to give you everything you need for this to happen. So I'm seeing where someone's asking, is the sound on? I'm hoping it's on. So let me check my camera and my mic, and I've got sound on my side, so I'm hoping that this is recording with the sound on. If by chance we find that, yes, that there was some sort of glitch with what we were experiencing, then what I will wind up doing is recording this and posting it in the place of this video. So just wanting to let you know. So, hey, Alex, thanks for reaching out and letting me know that you might not be able to hear things. If the sound does come through, please let me know. All right. So what we're looking at is that we're all stressed right now, but there are going to be a few of us that are going to be able to model for others how to be able to take this situation and turn it to where it brings us out at our very best. Find out how we can actually care for others and show our values and what's important in our life. So what I want to do is a hypnosis session for you that is going to access everything that you've been through in your life, that is going to be able to assist you in this situation. Because even though you've not been in this problem before, you've put in problems in your past where you were able to come up with a solution on how to move into progress. Not necessarily how to resolve it, but instead how to bring out what's the best about you to be able to move forward. And that's what this hypnosis session is designed for, is for you to access your strengths, talents, and abilities to be able to move you forward. Okay, so this is what I want you to do. I want you to be in a relaxed position, not laying flat, instead semi-upright if you can be. It would be great if your head would be supported to where, like in the chair I'm in, you could actually lean back. Don't go flat because we don't want you falling asleep. Right now, whenever you're stressed, you can be sleep deprived, and I don't want you falling asleep because once you've fallen asleep, you're no longer able to take on suggestions. As you're getting yourself comfortable I'm going to share with you what hypnosis is and isn't. So this is going to be able to work the very best for you. So what is hypnosis? Hypnosis is simply a state of heightened suggestibility. And every time you experience a feeling, you're in a heightened state. But whenever you're open to suggestion, it's going to be predicated on what type of emotion you were experiencing before the suggestion was delivered. So if you're in some sort of pain or fear, you're going to be in avoidance. You're going to be moving away. And the only suggestions you'll accept at that point in time are going to be suggestions on how to get away from something, which isn't going to assist you in moving through this situation as the leader that we know you are. So whenever you're able to relax, even just a little bit, then you can accept suggestions of being able to relax into success easier, faster, quicker. So hypnosis is simply a heightened sense of suggestibility. I want to allow you to relax just a little bit so then you can accept the suggestions of being able to use the situation that you're in currently to bring you out at your very best. Now, by the way, whether you're catching me live or by the replay, as long as the audio is correctly working on it, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to comment what area of leadership that you want to be able to use this for. Give me a shout out. Let me know. Why is that? Because when we publicly commit to things, we are more likely to hold through to what we said we were going to do. So when you say, I'm going to do this because I want to be the person in my family that when others begin to freak out, I'm going to be there to be able to assist them to say, you know what? Let's take that energy and turn it into extra focus and the feelings to get more done with less effort, because that's what stress can do. That's why in our business, Drew and I say reach greater heights of success with less effort, because we're teaching you to harness the stress and tension you've already got in your life, but use it for progress, not pain avoidance. So let me know what it is that you want to use this for. Maybe it's in your career that others are going, what are we going to do? Oh my gosh, what if there happens to be a shutdown? And you're like, you know what? We're going to make this through together. Or maybe it's in your health that you want to make sure you keep the focus of staying strong and healthy. Let me know, because as you commit to me, you're committing to yourself that yes, this is a value and a priority in your life, and that will turn on your RAS, your reticular activating system, to scan your environment and find ways to make this happen for you. So can you be hypnotized? Well, again, it's just a state of suggestibility, and every time you go into an emotional state, you're open to suggestion. So you're going in and out of a hypnotic state all day long. It's just, is it one where you're wanting to avoid things, or is it where you're going to move into progress and come out even stronger? How do you do that? You don't go through something, you go to something. You have an idea of what you want to reveal about you, what you value, your character, your talents, and your abilities. That's what you're going to. Now, there are 6 levels to for hypnosis. Each level has its own particular end result. For this to be effective for you today, I only need you on a level 1, the lightest level there is. That's very similar to any repetitive activity you do. So you're driving your car, your mind zones out, you're doing the dishes, or you're folding the laundry. That's a level 1. So if you want to relax deeper and further because it feels good and it's restorative for your mind, your emotions, and your body, go ahead. But it doesn't mean the session's going to be any more successful. Can I make you do anything you don't want to do? No, you will only do things in alignment with your values. But are you experiencing values of avoidance or amplification? We've already seen what happens when people are in avoidance. They hoard toilet paper. Okay, we want to move you into amplification to where, you know what, you have empathy for people when they're in that kind of fear state, and you are now going to model who you really are, because there is something more viral than any germ out there, and it's emotions. It's known as EC, emotional contagion. And within 1,000th of 1 second, people can either be infected by your emotions or affected. And they are affected when they see you standing tall, shoulders back, taking in the deep breaths, focusing, knowing that you have an inner power and strength, and you can then affect them, and they begin to want to experience the same thing. So will you do anything you don't want to? No. Will you say anything you don't want to? Not that type of session to where I am asking you to share with me what you're experiencing, but you'll never say anything you don't want to, because this is all about revealing you at your very best. And can you get stuck in a hypnotic state? Well, it can be so relaxing that you may want to take your time coming back. So what I would recommend for you right now is I would recommend that you set your alarm for approximately 20 minutes from now. Because after I finish with the session, that'll give you a few moments to just float in that level of relaxation. And then your alarm will bring you back to an aware state. Okay. Do not listen to this if you're driving a car. Hey, there's hot coffee people out there. We already know you have to give these warnings. Or maybe operating a chainsaw. You want to do this only when you have the time to be able to relax by yourself without any intrusions and begin to bring out your strengths, your talents, and your abilities. All right. Taking in an easy breath and then allowing yourself to let it go gently. After that, taking in another soft breath, holding it for a moment, and then releasing it. And now breathing normally and naturally, in easily, out gently. And as you continue to breathe, I'd like you to think about all the ways in which you love to experience the world, all the ways in which you reveal yourself at your very best. And one of those ways is by what you listen to. And right now, you're simply listening to the sound of my voice. And as you allow yourself to experience that, you're also allowing other noises around you. Could be different things moving around. It might be even your own breathing. But as you allow yourself to listen, you're learning that you can relax. And as you relax, it's easy to listen in a way that is going to allow you to be your very best. And another powerful way in which you love to express yourself, in which you love to experience the world around you and bringing yourself out at your very best, is by what you see. And even with your eyes closed, if I'd ask you to, you could imagine or you could think about a spring leaf from a tree, vibrant in color, with maybe just a single drop of dew rolling across its surface. And the third way in which you love to experience the world around you, bringing yourself out at your very best, not only for yourself, but for those you care about, is how you feel. You might be noticing how your legs could be relaxing. And as your focus changes, you might notice how you're being supported effortlessly by whatever you're sitting in, because it's doing its job of being able to keep you comfortable and at ease. You might even notice the feelings beneath your fingertips. You're realizing that you have a very powerful mind that can and will work for you. So I'd like you to use this powerful mind of yours now. With every breath in and then out, you're simply letting go. Letting go of any stress, tension, and strain you may have been holding on to, starting at the top of your feet. Now moving up into your ankles. First your left and then your right, and then your right or maybe your left. But allowing this progressive relaxing sensation to move up into both legs. You know, your feet and your legs carry you wherever you want to go. So now is the time to say thank you as you allow them to release any stress, tension, or strain. And then that soothing wave of relaxation begins to move through you. Up into your hips, both sides of your back, through your stomach and chest, allowing those shoulders to move into their natural position as you continue to breathe in easily and exhale slowly. So soothing as it moves up your neck and over the back of your head, across your jaw and over your cheeks. Muscles around your eyes are soft, forehead smooth, all the way to the top of your head. Now, even though you've relaxed right now, you know that you're capable of letting go and relaxing just a little bit further. So I'm going to count from 5 down to 1. And as I do so, I want you to relax further any part of you that you wish. 5, moving through your head and shoulders. 4, down through your arms. 3, releasing anything that might be still left, tension, strain, both sides of your back, chest, stomach. Moving down now through your legs as we hit number 2 and 1. Releasing any stress, tension, or strain that you may have still been holding on to, and just allow it to flow out the bottom of your feet. And as you continue to breathe in easily and exhale slowly, I want you to become more aware of what you have going on in your mind, in your heart, and in your body. Because there's a place that holds the wisdom of experiences that you've been through in the past. A place when you learn knowledge, but then you act on that knowledge and you learn life lessons. There's a place within you that holds that, and it gives off signals. It directs you. It might be signals that ask you to move up, or could it be into or move down? But it's calling you right now. It's calling you to come closer and relax into it. As you allow this place to begin to work for you, because you realize that you have a choice. You have a choice of moving up in life. Now, it might take a little bit more effort to rise above what's been holding you down, what's been holding others down. But you're not afraid of a little effort. So I'd like you to think about this high road. We're going to start together on your journey moving up. Moving up on this road to what's at the peak, revealing you at your very best, not just for you, but for those you care about, for those you love, for those who are needing a leader right now in all levels of life. So you're beginning your journey up this road. And as you walk along, you notice that there's a field coming into view. You can hear several people laughing and shouting to each other as they work this field. So you leave the road and you can sense their excitement over what they're doing, over the crop that they're tending to, and the harvest that it is going to yield, and how it's going to nurture and nourish others. One of the workers sees you and yells out a greeting as if you're an old friend, because you are. This is your field of harvest. They approach you smiling because they want to give you the wisdom of the actions you need to take place, the actions that you need to implement to make sure that this harvest is one that will be able to take care of others. There's been times when things have come in and they've tried to take this harvest away from you, but not now. You and your workers who move through this field with the skill of what it takes to plant the seeds of greatness, and then to continue to nurture and nourish them until the harvest is ready. Well, you and the worker discuss. You talk over the times when things have tried to take this away from you, but not this time. You have the wisdom. You know what actions need to take place. And you're finding that for your health and well-being, revealing you at your very best as the leader, to be able to nurture and nourish others with this. You're putting that in now. This crop will go so far beyond you. It will be able to bless others by giving them the seed that they need for their own fields. But it's time to move on. You know that the fields are in the hands of the workers who know how to implement the actions for everybody's benefit. So you move on, finding yourself back on the high road, moving upward now at a pretty good pace, because the peak is calling you. And as you round a bend, joyful noises fill the air. So you leave the road, following this music of happiness, a path that takes you through a thicket, and you find a family splashing and playing in a babbling brook. One of them notices you and welcomes you as if you were part of the family, because you are. This is your family of emotions, your family of feelings. And as you speak to the elder who's there to make sure that the younger ones are kept safe and secure so they can enjoy this time, the two of you discuss times in your past when situations and experiences were less than the best for the younger ones, how there was an air of fear and people withdrew. Oh, but you The two of you have learned how to take control, how to turn fear into extra energy, how to channel it in a way that actually triggers you at your best. Because the time is here now for this to take place. The two of you and the elder, the wise part of your emotional family, now sharing what needs to take place for you to truly step into the leader you are and show others by what you feel how nothing from your past, in your present, or ever to arrive in your future will control you and how you choose to express yourself. The guidance you have to be happy. You leave your emotional family knowing that the elder will put into place what needs to happen for you to be your very best. And you resume your journey back on the road. And as you do so, the climb is getting a bit steeper. But you can see the peak, and a newfound energy is rushing through you as you continue upward. Almost there at the top, you know the view is going to be breathtaking. And now you're there, taking in the view, your vantage point, knowing from up here, you can look down and see what it is that you need to be focusing on. You can look back at the path you just traveled up, seeing the different obstacles that were in your way, but understanding the pain from your past gave you the wisdom and the wealth of knowledge of how to move forward. Up here, you have a sense of clarity. This is the true you. But a real leader is only there when they have others to serve. And as you look down on the other side of the peak, of the mountain that you just climbed, you can see down in the valley, there's a group of people. They're pointing. They don't know which way to go. They know that they're supposed to be going up the peak, but the path to them seems so steep. And they're not quite sure which way to go and who to follow. But you know because you've traveled the path. You know which way to take. Because the pain from your past has been given a purpose to reveal your wisdom, your wealth of experiences for helping others to be able to rise out of the valley of fear. And as you assist them, you help them reveal who they really are. So taking your rightful place as their leader, knowing what you focus on, how you feel, and the actions you take will make all the difference. And you are focusing now on you at your very best, modeling it for others so they too can reveal who they really are. Hypnosis is simply a learning process. And you've allowed yourself to learn a great deal here. And each time you experience hypnosis, whether it's self-hypnosis or with a facilitator, you'll be able to learn more about how to take the wounds from your past and turn them into your wealth, not just for you, but for those you care about. In just a moment, I'm going to count from 5 up to 1. And as I do so, you feel fabulous. 5, coming up to an aware state. 4, allowing your past to work for you. 3, revealing your strengths, talents, and abilities. 2, bringing your wisdom back with you. And 1, easily opening your eyes, seeing the world through the level of the leader that you really are.